everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome back if you're new here. I am sharing another layout with Color Rush Studios Darling Sparkle and Shine kit. I am actually using the sketch, and I showed the sketch in the beginning here, and I actually moved the sketch. I rotated it to get the layout the way I wanted. The way it was formatted or oriented just wasn't working for me, so I changed it. And I changed some other things up as I go as well. Here, I grabbed white cardstock, and then I grabbed blue and pink. All go with this kit. I pulled them out of my stash, but they will all work with this kit, and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And I had gotten the pink out thinking I would use it because it was lighter, but I actually go with this blue. And then I pull this beautiful yellow floral out of the kit, and I use that for the section on the layout that showed it had like a color blocking. So I use that, and here I'm going through, and I'm not using a photo strip like it showed either. I'm just using this, these are 4 different photos of me and my daughter, one of my kiddos, and these are older, but I'm using these instead. So I actually cut another strip down and put it underneath. I didn't cut it down. I got it out of the kit that I already had it cut from. Anyways, I'm going to punch the edge of it just to add a little more texture and add a little more breakup between that floral and the blue cardstock. So I grabbed a punch out of my stash, and I'm going to go ahead and punch this scallop on it. And then I will cut it down and slide it underneath that floral piece. I love sketches, and they're always jumping off points. It doesn't have to be followed to a T or anything like that, but they're great when your mojo's running low, if you just can't figure out what to do. Sometimes a sketch can really just do it for you. And like I said, you don't have to follow it to a T. It's a jumping off point. It gives you inspiration. It helps you get back to doing what you do. So for me, I rotated it. It is a bit different than the original sketch, as you can tell. Here I went ahead and grabbed some more of that ribbon. I love that stuff. It's adorable. And I stretched it out so I knew it would fit the page. And I'm going to go ahead and back my photo on this pretty pink gingham. I'm going to do both photos that way. And I'm going to go ahead and continue doing that. Sorry, there was music coming from somewhere. I couldn't find it. It was a car driving by. I'm going to rough up the edges with my distressor. I'm doing a little bit better about using the distressor instead of my fingernail because I did cut underneath one of my fingernails the other day, and that was not nice. I don't always like using the distressor, so you'll see sometimes that I still will use my finger. It's habit. It's faster to me, and it's not as messy. So, yeah. That's just my thought on it, but I do kind of like the way it makes it look sometimes. So I'm going to go ahead and add adhesive to the back of this piece of cardstock and stick it to the white piece. Because for me, it's time to start sticking things down now. Trying to get everything out of the way so it'll go correctly, obviously, and making sure that I have some of the other stuff blown off, the little extra pieces from the distressor there. I'm going to go ahead and distress this piece. Let's see. And you still see, like on the blue one, you saw me run my finger underneath the side of that. I just wanted it popped up a little more. And I'm going to fluff this up with my fingers, just kind of distress it a little bit without running my nail behind it. Add some adhesive and make sure to add some adhesive to the floral piece too here in a second. That way I can go ahead and stick the floral piece down, but not fully tack it down so I can slide that other scallop piece underneath. Let's see here. And I do tack this down, and if you saw, I left a gap between the floral piece and the scallop because I knew I wanted to be able to lift it up so I could go ahead and tack this piece under there. So I started it out with just adding some glue, holding it for just a second, and then I'm going to run a line of glue, down the rest of it, just little bits here and there. And I went ahead and grabbed some of my stencil butter. It's always sitting on the top of my desk. And added some more glue and just continue pushing it down and adding the glue. And once I get to the end, I'll push it down a little more, but I'll also go in and add a little more glue. and add another stencil butter down there. I really do like this adhesive because it does tack down really well and stay. So, and here I'm going to grab some 3D foam, and this stuff, you see me ripping it, and I do that because it almost ruined my scissors. I cannot tell you what this 3D foam is. I cannot remember where I got it. It's just in my stash, and it's a roll. So I have no idea who it's from, what company, anything, but it's super, super sticky, to the point of, like I said, it almost ruined my scissors. I had to get, Goo Gone didn't even work to get the sticky off. I really had to scrape and scrub to get it off my scissors. So I refuse to use my scissors on it anymore, and I just yank and pull until I can get it to rip. I added 2 layers of that behind my photo, except for where the ribbon would go behind, and I left that. And I went ahead and had my other photo underneath it. Here I am going through a bunch of the ephemera that came in the kit. And that's what that whole little plate thingy is right there. I went ahead and put all the ephemera there so I could just go through it and put it down on the layout. That is not the one that I use. I don't keep that today there either. I do keep this, the darker pink or corally tag there because I wanted to pull some more of that color over into the left-hand side of the layout, since most of the color is focused in the right-hand side of the layout and up at the very top. So I'm just really going through everything, just pulling out bits and pieces of what I think I might use. That is just a piece of scrap, and I decided to use a little bit of it around the photos. I mean, just another layer, you know. Here I'm going through the tags that I cut one of the pieces of papers from the kit apart because it was all tags. I love tags. And I thought that I would be able to cover up that bow on that one with the tab, but I couldn't. So I grabbed this one, and you saw me run my finger across it. I was just marking where it would be on the layout, and I went ahead and chopped that, scuffed it up, and I'm going to sit it back over there with a little tab after I scuff up the tab a little bit. Trying to make sure I scuff it all up. I don't scuff the florals up. You see those sitting over there, and I'm going through them now. And I'm going to go ahead and add that. I roll the edges a little bit, and that's about it. And I do have the flower stick off, like the pink flower. I have it stick off the side of the blue, so it's just showing up on the white, and I'm okay with that. I just wanted the color brought over there to that side of the layout as well. So I went ahead and stuck these things down. I was happy with where they were. They were going to stay. I knew that. And here I was going to go ahead and stick another floral. I'm going to chop the bottom off, which I'll use the bottom too. But I'm going to roll the edges a little bit here, make some more room for myself. And I'm going to add this floral right there underneath, and where that one little flower is able to come over the photo itself. I'll go ahead and scuff up this little blue piece. That was from a cut apart piece of paper. Add my adhesive on this. I still scuff this up thinking I'm going to use it at this point. I don't. And I scuff that piece up thinking I'm going to use it, and I don't. Hold on, is that the one I do use? Oh, that is the one I do use. It says in the everyday. And so that's why I have the beauty at the top. Beauty in the everyday. I went ahead and stuck my photos down. I'm not done sticking things down around my photo. That's the other end of the one I cut apart. So I'm going to use it at the bottom. I chopped one of these blue flowers off this other cluster, and then chopped it straight so that it would fit better. And it hangs off the layout on this side as well, just like the pink one does on the other side. So I'm going ahead and tacking these down with a little bit of glue and just going ahead and sliding them behind the photos. I've said this 1,000 times, and I'll probably say it 1,000 more. I like to have my stuff be able to be a little more dimensional, so I don't stick everything completely flat down to my layout. I stuck some foam adhesive behind that in the everyday banner. Here I started trying to rough up the beauty, that big old word there, with the distressor, and it just kept messing up. I still rip it with my fingernail a little bit, but it's okay. I'm trying to distress it, no big deal. It still looks good on the layout. So I go ahead and do this with my finger, and I'll add some adhesive here in just a second. And that way my title will be Beauty in the Everyday. I'm moving things out of the way, I thought maybe I'd use this Smile and Shine, but unfortunately it does not, go very well because you can't see it when it's laying down. Just because it would be right on top of that paper up there, that floral. And I thought I might use this doily from last month's kit, and I decide against it. And I just go ahead and put my title, the rest of my title up there. And so I had separated it out into two. Here, I'm going to go ahead and tack down the rest of that photo since I only put adhesive in the center to start with. That way I had room to tuck things under if I wanted to. And I'm going to go ahead and grab these pearls, and I'm pulling them off like I have in multiple videos, just to go ahead and add them down to the layout. Once I get them where I want them, I'll pull out my glue. Because this way, I know they're perfectly easy and well to go ahead and use in a straight line, but I like the fact that I can use them like you would enamel dots or splatter or whatever. I can stick them where I want to. So here I am, and I'm going to go ahead and I grabbed that little bitty set of flowers I fussy cut out, and I'm going to go ahead and tack those down as well. I'm going to add these little bitty pearls, and that pretty much finishes this layout for me if I'm not mistaken. Let's see where I go here. Yep, and that was it. I really hope that you enjoyed this, and if you did, please make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to check out Color Rush Studios, and I'll make sure to have links below so that you can go ahead and check them out easily. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye!